If I had said a couple of years ago, hey, the Niners should get Ryan Tannehill, you guys would be like, hey, man, you're crazy. Ryan Tannehill sucks. He's awful. You know, it's what people thought about Alex Smith in 2010. Alex Smith sucks. He's awful. Well, sometimes you got to look at a situation where is it the quarterback or is it the coach? In Chicago, it might be both. I don't know. But if you're thinking who in the league could be the next Ryan Tannehill, I think it's Trubisky. Now, I'm not saying sign Trubisky, make him the starter, roll with him. No, that guy has a lot to prove, but bring him in and let him compete. Let him be the backup. That's what happened for Tannehill. He went to Tennessee. He was Mariota's backup. He came in and it worked out. That's what I would do with Trubisky. Bring him in, let him back up, let him back up Nick, let him compete with the rookie. Seems like it works for me. You don't need to spend $27 million on the quarterback position next season. You don't. You really don't. Go cheap. Go cheap. It works. Nick Mullins is pretty good. Give him an offensive line and George Kittle. I bet you he wins. I bet you. Bringing back Jimmy Garoppolo, he's going to get hurt again. This offensive line, it's not his fault. He's getting older. He's losing mobility. He's had surgeries. The offensive line is trash. It's not his fault. Just dissolve the Jimmy G contract? Yeah, man. Trade him. Trade him to New England for a fourth or whatever. Go cheap. You can do it. If any team can do it, it's the Niners. Kyle, you're a genius. You don't need to spend $40 million a year on a quarterback. You need an offensive line and you need your weapons and you need your defense. Your whole offense is built around Yak anyway. Trubisky, Mullins, rookie. Maybe that Jamie Newman guy. Wake Forest. Played 1 year at Wake Forest. I don't know. We'll see him at the Senior Bowl. He's a really good athlete. He had some bad games against good teams, but he was at Wake Forest. If you're looking for athletes, that's a guy I'm looking at the Senior Bowl. Jamie Newman, Wake Forest, was going to transfer to Georgia but opted out. Kyle is afraid of the unknown. Garoppolo can and has proven he will stick to his current gun. Straight for the man. Maybe. I just think the salary cap going down is going to force the Niners' hand on Jimmy. Shanahan and Lynch need to focus in O-line, corners, and especially the QB position this draft. Cohn, I love how you speak the truth, even if the truth hurts. Hey, man, thank you, Gary. That's the thing. I think the Niners have three huge needs. Quarterback, offensive line, and corner. And it's like they need 3 first-round picks. What are they going to do about that? I don't know. Maybe they trade down a bunch of times. I'm cool with getting a quarterback at the beginning of the second round. That's fine. Who is it, though? Is it Jamie Newman? Does anyone have an opinion of Jamie Newman? I've been watching a little bit of him, and it's hard because, I don't know, his offensive line stinks. He doesn't look – he's a good athlete. He's a project. He definitely can't start next year or maybe ever in the NFL. I don't know. I just got out of the bathroom. Are you still serious about that bum Trubisky? What's wrong with giving him a 1-year, $1 million unguaranteed contract to see if he might be better in a different scheme and that Matt Nagy's trash? Because Matt Nagy is trash. I don't know. All I'm saying is everyone's looking for a toolsy quarterback now, right? A guy like Josh Allen. Josh Allen wasn't NFL ready. He wasn't great in college. He's just big and fast and with a crazy strong arm. And he ended up getting put into a good situation. He was developed by good coaches, put around a good team. Look what happened. He improved. Trubisky didn't get that. Trubisky got the Tannehill treatment. All I'm saying is, hey, if you're looking for the next one of those, if you're looking for a cheap, talented guy, that's the one. It's not Wentz. He's expensive and rich. Trubisky still has a chip on his shoulder. He's not rich. He still has something to prove. He may not be able to, but I thought he played pretty well last week against the Lions in an awful offense. I can't stand the Bears scheme. It's so bad. It is generic, vanilla, no creativity. Get him the hell out of Chicago. I think the contract that Cam Newton signed with New England, someone give Trubisky that because Trubisky has more going for him than Cam. Faster than Cam, younger than Cam. I don't know. Only problem with Trubisky is he might be dumb. I don't know. Sometimes you watch him and you're like, Mitchell, what were you thinking? But I'm not going to say, I mean, his Wonderlic was the same as Mahomes. I just think he needs a better coach, man. Give him a competent coach. Okay, I'll hear you out on Mitch, but is Wentz fixable in your opinion? Maybe, but you got to pay a lot of money to find out. I mean, I don't think Philly's cutting him. They're going to trade him. So you got to trade him a pick and pay him like $20 million a year to find out if he's not terrible. I'd rather just not give up a pick and spend $1 million on Trubisky and see what he's got. Although I got to say, Wentz was very impressive when I saw him in person. And I don't know, Trubisky wasn't. I saw Trubisky a couple years ago. But it's so hard to judge him because Matt Nagy's offense is so disgustingly bad. So bad. So terrible. Matt Nagy's offense is the Tom Compton of offenses. It's the Mike McGlinchey of offenses. Michael, what quarterback has the nicest spiral so it would at least make incompletions and interceptions worth watching? Josh Johnson throws a very nice spiral. Really spins it well. Also, Jamie Newman, the guy who's going to go to Georgia, really spins it well. I don't know if he's a good quarterback. Spins it, though. Grant, do you think it's realistic to try and go after Watson? No. Unless Deshaun Watson requests a trade, then no. They had their chance to get Watson. They had their chance. They could have drafted him. But he just was too athletic for them. They were looking for someone frumpier, someone with a weaker arm, someone less mobile. CJ Beathard, A lot of guys want a guy who has a good arm. A lot of scouts looking for a quarterback who can extend plays, throw downfield. Not Kyle. Kyle's next level. He's looking for guys who don't do those things. Trubisky just needs to be in the right system. I think Trubisky, he will do good with us, Grant. Like, look at Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield was in one of these awful RPO systems last year with Freddie Kitchens. He looked terrible. He looked like he needed to get benched. He looked like Trubisky and Wentz. Then you get rid of Freddie Kitchens and bring in Stefanski, who's nothing special. He's just running, not RPOs all the time. Get your quarterback under center, play action, run game, throw the ball down the field. All of a sudden, Baker Mayfield looks like the pick he was. Looks like a first-round pick. I think Mitchell Trubisky could do exactly what Baker Mayfield's doing for the Browns. You put Trubisky on that team, it would look pretty much the same. Pretty much. So if Stefanski can have that kind of an effect on Baker, what could Kyle Shanahan do with Trubisky? Or Wentz? Or Stafford? I think they all would look good under Kyle, but one of them is available and cheap. The other two are, I don't know. Carson Wentz. Also, Carson Wentz, what is up with him, man? The reports out of Philly are bad. They make him seem like he's aloof and kind of like he doesn't like football. I don't know. Don't compare Baker to Trubisky going to the 49ers. That's insane. Whether Trubisky is on a new team, his confidence in decision-making is poop. Won't change at all. Fair enough. I was watching Trubisky last night, the game he played against the Lions, and he actually played pretty well for a guy who has been out and has taken so much grief. But you're right. He has no confidence. It's terrible. But again, Alex Smith had no confidence in 2010. It had been beaten out of him. You give a guy a change of scenery, you give him a new coach, a guy who believes in him, all of a sudden you have confidence again. How could Trubisky possibly have confidence playing for Matt Nagy? One, he knows the scheme sucks. Two, he knows Nagy hates him. And three, he knows he's the fall guy. I wouldn't have confidence either. It's the same situation. The whole Midwest hates him because he's not Patrick Mahomes. Just like the whole Northern California hated Alex Smith because he's not Aaron Rodgers. All right, fair. You're going to battle some confidence issues, but if you stick with it, you're still a very good athlete. You're still a top pick. You need one coach, a change of scenery, a guy who says, I believe in you. Funny things happen. Look at Smith. Look at Tannehill. Now, maybe Trubisky's a moron. I don't know. Tannehill's very smart. Smith is very smart. I don't know about Trubisky. I think he's smart enough. I should stop talking about Mitchell Trubisky.